Hello, and welcome back to The Coco Show, hosted by myself, Colette Creighton, and my co-host, David Schwartz. This is a show where the banter at the top of the episode never ends, and neurodivergent or not, we are here to make you feel less alone about your human experience. We have no expectations, and neither should you.
You are listening to a loving episode of
The Coco Show. As y'all have come to know, we run it pretty fast and loose around here when it comes to the topics we discuss.
Pretty loose, that's for sure.
And last week, we gave you some silly content, so today we dive into the intricacies of human connection and relationships. More specifically, in the spirit of February, the differences between traditional, aka neurotypical, love languages and those experienced by neurodivergent individuals.
I am fascinated.
But first, ye fucking ha's and hyperfixations of the week.
Let's do it.
I will kick us off. My ye fucking ha is Devin came over yesterday and she helped me by body doubling, helped me organize my closet, some of the worst drawers in the house, and the freezer. The freezer was, she went, oh my, when she opened it. And
If I opened my freezer, you would also say, oh my.
yeah, it's just, sorry, that's how my brain works. Sorry, I'm trying.
My fridge looks nice.
Yeah. I threw away 4 garbage bags
Whoa,
full of shit
good for you.
and 1 big giveaway. And I was able to get back up to 3 reps of 585 on the hip thrust last week.
585?
585.
Damn.
I got it up thrice.
Wow.
And then almost got stuck. So I had to hold up and push 2 plates off. And then I was able to.
Jeepers. You
Yeah.
pushed them off while it was...
Yeah.
Is that safe?
Yeah. So it's like the hip thrust machine.
Oh, it's the one that's got the assisted, like...
It's not like assisted, but like you put a belt over. You don't have like a bar on top of you.
Oh,
You have the
okay.
belt, then you load up the
Got it,
plates on
got
the
it,
side,
got
so
it,
they're
got
not
it.
like locked in
Got it.
the same way it would be on like a regular barbell.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's easy, and you just boop. And I'm maxing out the machine at that point, so those 2 last 45
They
plates,
just kind of fall right
they're
off.
barely on there anyway. Yeah, but 585, dog. That's like 6 Olsen twins.
That's a lot of twins.
That's a lot of Olsen twins.
Yeah, it is.
Just piled on top of each other like a
Pancake?
no. I was like cheerleader pyramid, but that doesn't make sense because I was more picturing like just like a pile of Barbies type of thing, if you will.
Of
Anyway,
course.
I digress. My hyperfixation of the week is getting this room before you decorated. I bought some new posters. They're super fucking cute. I got these adorable little pillows.
Little squinkers.
Little hearts, the gorgeous. I love this room. It's kind of like groovy hyperfemme. I feel like if I had ever had my own,
The damn cats, man. They have been in here. How are the couches doing? Pretty good.
they seem okay. They don't.
Maybe they have a little respect for the suede.
You know, I think in general they don't love this as like velvet textures as much because it's harder to
Ah.
like get in there.
Yeah.
But the bitch has pica, so we know why they fucking with the tree. And by they, I mean Jack's fucking orange cat syndrome, big time. Anyway,
He's an asshole.
he's an asshole. But anyway, if I had ever had my own home or the pleasure of living alone for any period of time, my whole place would have looked like this. I would have had bright pink furniture and just like crazy, like groovy mural type situation. And just, I'm not going to hyperfem my own house because I respect Dan. But like the Havana vibes is good enough.
I mean, you've got that
yeah.
in your current situation.
Yeah. Like,
There's greenery as far as the eye can see.
yeah, like it's very Havana meets Art Deco, which I love. That aesthetic is Gorgina, but could it be like more pretty and pink? Yeah, but that's not what Dan wants. So we meet in the middle, get a green velvet couch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's compromise.
Life's about compromise, baby.
Yeah, babe. What are you hyperfixating on these days? Did we
Yeah,
say-
getting this room decorated.
Oh, yes, indeed. Well,
What are you hyperfixated on?
I am hyperfixated on. I'm gonna start with my you fucking because it
tradition
flowed into my hyperfixation better. But my hockey team, the Purple Rain, is now on a 3-game winning streak.
Let's fucking go.
Pew, 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 pew. Which is crazy. I also went to my brother's dad's house for Adam and Brianna's birthday. Adam is a listener of the show, so
hi, Adam.
Hi, Adam. And he said, have you been working out? Which was like the first one of those that I've gotten since I started working out. And that felt fantastic. Really experiencing a lot more happiness in my skin and feeling a lot more confident, even with the small changes that I've had so far.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. I've been noticing a lot of excellent mental and physical health changes, and like definitely kind of going from a full cardio workout life to incorporating more of a weight-based training has been really good for me. So I'm pretty jazzed on that.
Weightlifting is such a game changer. I mean, if
it's far more efficient. I mean, like, feels like you're putting in way less effort, if I'm being honest. That's what's ironic to me. It's like, because like by the end of a 30-minute like cardio workout, you're like, I'm dying. But like, I'm like, okay, I could keep going. Like, let's do a few more, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly depends on...
I'm not sweating. I think that's the difference for me.
What?
Maybe I'm not doing it hard enough. I don't know. I don't really sweat unless I start doing cardio.
Why?
But I sweat pretty vigorously when I'm doing cardio. I don't sweat a whole lot when I'm doing...
The only day I'm not like sweating profusely is when I'm just doing arms.
No, I mean...
That's like the least burning.
I sweat a little bit on leg day, but not really at all elsewhere, so...
I'm sweating.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe you could try going into the sauna for 5 before you get started.
Why would I want to do that?
So you get hot.
I don't want to do that. That sounds disgusting. I don't want to be covered in sweat. Why would I don't want to be covered in sweat.
You do, though. You're like detoxing your body. Okay. It's good for you.
Yeah, I'm sure it's great.
Sweating is good for you.
Okay.
Okay, girl. Anyway.
My hyperfixation is putting actual nutrition into my body as opposed to things that will provide me with short-term satisfaction, allowing myself to eat anything I want, but, you know, in moderation. Also, my main hyperfixation right now is watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, because I watched the entire new live-action version, and that was great, but now it's over. So I'm rewatching the entire animated series, which is just like such a nice, easy thing to like put on and not think about. It's fantastic. Now, Austin, when he doesn't know what to put on too, and I'm in the room, he just throws it on. It's great. It's great. So yeah, that's my shit.
Yeah, I had no idea what it was.
Avatar?
Eric brought it up last week. Well, I knew what Avatar, like the blue people were, but I didn't know about Avatar: The Last Airbender. Anyway, that's something about an arrow on a forehead.
Correct.
But anyway, y'all know the drill. Time for a little dancey dance break. To move energy, you gotta move your body. We'll see you in a second.
You better move your freaking bodies,
move your body.
3, 2, 1, dance.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to say one more thing about working out before we stop talking about it.
Sure.
And be those people. But it also reminded me, you need to drink your frog fuel and tell me how you feel about that. But I just want to give a shameless plug to creatine out there.
It is the most studied supplement on the market.
I was like, for some reason, terrified of taking creatine.
Because you thought you'd get bulky and fat.
Well, no, I thought it was a stimulant. So I thought it was like this thing that you're going to take and it's going to make your heart explode. It has almost no negative side effects that I can notice.
You just have to drink enough water so you don't end up like down with kidney stones.
Oh, okay.
Make sure you drink enough water.
Okay.
Make sure you drink enough water.
Good to know. My pee is very clear right now, but
good.
Thank you.
Good. I'm going to try this.
Do it.
Keep talking, though.
Okay. Yeah, just for our dear listeners, I want them to know that creatine is great and that what Colette is eating is not creatine. It is collagen proteins. But it's great for if you're on the go and you just need to get some calories in. You can just suck that right down. Not a fan?
Well,
I like it.
It kind of has the consistency of if you mixed an entire packet of Jell-O with 2 tablespoons of water.
I was going to say something else, but sure.
Yeah, it does kind of give ectoplasm.
Yes.
But not as much as I am really getting.
But the flavor's not as bad as you originally thought.
No,
it grows on you. It's weird.
Expecting more of an ectoplasm taste.
Correct.
However,
it's a nice little berry zing.
It's giving whole packet of sugar-free Jell-O, strawberry specifically.
Yes.
With 2 tablespoons of water. Yeah. And then they went mix in this little packet and they went, here you go.
Yep, pretty much.
Brought to you by
Frog Fuel.
Navy SEALs.
Yes, also true.
Look at the little what are these called?
But I just want to say one more thing about creatine because this has actually been really helpful for me as a little neurodivergent baby. Apparently it has all these positive benefits for increased attention,
cognitive
function, and I have been able to stay focused for noticeably longer amounts of time. So if you're out there and you're wanting to get a little more muscle in your life and also experience some enhanced focus without any sort of jittery, crazy feeling whatsoever, just make sure you drink enough water. But creatine is fan-titty-tastic.
It's good shit. We should try to get a sponsorship.
Yeah. Frog Fuel. Sponsor us.
It's not creatine. Well, I'll work on it. Yeah, but
that's why we had you drink it on air.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe you want to work with us. I don't know. Who knows?
Anyone?
Okay. Before we delve into distinctions of love language, I want to talk a little bit about the concept of the original 5. But before, don't look at the script.
I'm not looking at the original. I'm not looking at the script. Sorry.
Do you know what the 5 love languages? LOL. Love languages are.
Tongue twisted today. Yes, I think I do. I'm going to say words of affirmation, physical touch, acts of service, gifts. Shoot, running a blank. The last one is acts of service, words of affirmation, physical touch, gifts. What's the 5th one?
Quality time.
Quality time. Of course.
Quality time.
Of course. I think that one's the lowest on my list. So
those are the 5. It is a term coined by Dr. Gary Chapman. And these love languages serve as basically a framework to understand how individuals express and receive love.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be fun to go back and forth and do an example of each.
Down.
So for me, words of affirmation, acknowledging something I've done, a compliment.
Oh God, yeah.
Or I just love being told.
Validation is key.
Validate me, baby.
Yeah.
Even if tell me you're proud of me.
Yeah. Even if I just am babe, look at this. If you don't look, it hurts. It hurts.
You hurt my inner child every time you don't tell me you're proud of me.
Babe, look how I cut the peppers this time. They're so thin.
Look how perfect they are.
They look great.
Yes, baby, they are perfect.
Yeah, you can just throw one of those out. That's all I need.
That's all I need. Just throw me a bone.
Thanks.
Come on.
Where does that sit on the... Are we ranking? I feel like we must rank.
Yeah, let's rank them.
Let's do that first. I would say I am probably words of affirmation, number 1. Acts of service, number 2. And... Ooh, actually, it's a really close, physical touch. But I would say acts of service before physical touch. Because to me, once you've, told me I'm a good boy and, you make me breakfast, now you can hug me.
Such a fucking princess. I'm going to say words of aff, number 1 for me. Physical touch is 2 for me. And not fuck. A little, boop on the hips or
Cute stuff,
a little
stuff,
a little kiss on the top of my head. I am always suffering from a disease of not enough forehead kisses. And I need them and more all the time.
It's the only cure.
The only cure is more forehead kisses. They're my favorite. And I'm statistically below you. So
It's
like
easy.
it's just
You have no excuse.
yeah, none of you have an excuse. Just
No
give me a little. Come on.
Just a little one.
And then I would say third for me would be acts of service, then quality time, then receiving gifts.
Acts of service. Oh yeah, receiving gifts is the lowest one on me. Is giving gifts also on that?
No, it's not like like gifts can be the love language you prefer to like give out to people.
I see.
Because the rank isn't the same. Like just because words of affirmation are our number one doesn't necessarily mean the love language that we give to the world. Number one is words of affirmation.
That's true.
Because I think I do give a lot of words of affirmation, but I think I am like a big acts of service for my loved ones. Whether that be romantic or platonically. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, how can I help? You're always like, oh, do you need me to send you music for your next show? Like,
yeah.
Do you need this? Do you need that? Yeah.
Like, or if we're out and you're on stage, like, let me make sure you have fucking water.
Can we yeah, that too. Can we define quality time for our listeners?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's just being even alone together.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that the definition though? Is it like you hanging out without? I guess because hanging out and doing fun things is also quality time. So maybe I need to throw that one higher up in my list.
Quality time does matter to me. Time spent in giving another person's one's undivided attention in order to strengthen a relationship, especially with reference to working.
See, but that's not sitting next to each other on your phones.
No.
That's not technically what they mean by that. It's when you're actually like...
No, it's undivided attention, planning fun date nights, setting aside time, like actually looking into each other's eyeballs and interacting with each other. But I think, I mean, fuck, I've been with Dan for 15 fucking years. Sometimes we don't feel like gabbing all night.
Well, sometimes your little love cups are full in different places.
Yeah, and
you need a different love cup filled.
Or, yeah, like I just want, and like not even like having to like spoon, be on top of each other, cuddling. Like I am
handhold.
I am okay with just if I can be close enough to like pet your head or like put my little paw under your leg.
Yeah. Little paw.
You know, like you don't have to be fucking
Do you
sardines.
like to be touched when you're sleeping? Or would you prefer that person was on planet Mars?
I'm down as long as I'm not overheated.
Yeah.
If I'm overheated, I'm immediately overstimulated. And if I'm overstimulated, I'm a bitch. And that's just how the cookie crumbles, baby.
Yeah. I'm down for a foot touch while I sleep, but like, get off me. I need space. But which is ironic because the dog's just like, I'm twisting and turning around the cats and the dogs all night, but that's different. Animal touch is different.
Yeah, I think in general, like my ideal cuddle situation is like our little legs are a little intertwined, just like ankle, and then I'm just petting his head.
Cute.
It's ideal.
What was the original question? Was it examples of?
Yeah, examples. So an act of service is like, look, I did the dishes without you asking.
Oh my God. It's the without the asking too. Always.
I don't want to be a Negatha.
It's the proactivity of the act of service.
Very sexual.
That is really nice. Especially if it's something that like, you know, a partner has expressed that it is something that is frustrating them, that they need improvement on. If that is listened to and then acted upon, like, oh man, now we're talking sexy. Like, that's hot.
The best apology for anything, any circumstance, anything at all is changed fucking behavior.
Amen.
That is the best apology.
In my opinion, the only apology.
Yeah, because I'm sorry.
The only one that counts.
I'm sorry. Doesn't get you very far.
No.
Especially I'm sorry, but don't I'm sorry, but people. This is not the time. This is not the time. When somebody just sidebar, I'm going on a side quest here. If somebody apologizes to you about something, that is not an opportunity to then yes and them or yes but them and tell them something else that you're upset about. Like, that is not an open stage for that, because then they're feeling like, great, cool, I put aside my pride, I apologize to you, and now I'm getting attacked again.
Okay, but what if the situation is more of like you guys got into some sort of conflict or disagreement and there was mistakes made by all people involved and they are genuinely apologizing for it, but they're also expressing what they need from you?
That's a different conversation.
Okay. All right.
It is supposed to be for effective communication and to get people to want to talk to you about hard things and come back to these conversations having resolution. You're supposed to do it one thing at a time.
I can see that.
From every fucking book I've read, from every therapist I've talked to, for myself or in my chair, etc. This is the way you accept an apology.
This is the way.
This is the way. Anyways, receiving gifts. For me, it's really nothing but either I picked up dinner and it's gluten-free and almond-free, slay, or there was a sale at the dispensary and look, I got you a pen. You just took a whole errand out of my day. That's fucking hot.
Is it that? See, to me, that's more of an act of service.
That is an act of service, because I'm not a gift girly. Like,
no, same.
I don't need things.
I don't.
I like a just because gift.
Exactly.
But
we've talked about this.
But you know what I really want from you? Just make me a playlist and write me a note. I am a sentimental girly.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, literally a little sticky note, I like more than a card.
Like my little affirmation text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make me cry. I love them. It's so nice. And to have to not like prompt you. And like, for example, a couple weeks ago when we were filming, I got like a pretty hard phone call. And David, I didn't have to ask him. He just reached over and held my hand. Because that's a thing that's really important to me, is just like, just be there, present.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't have to tell you nothing, you know. Ugh. I love you.
Forehead kiss.
Forehead kiss. Is that the name of the episode?
Yes.
And then let's see what else.
And just piggybacking off that, like I will get, I don't want to say I hate it, but I'm not a fan of the like, it's this day, you must give gift. Like whether it's birthdays, whether it's holidays, whether it's like Hallmark holidays, I really hate. Like, when I got Valentine's Day stuff and I gave it to Austin, it was not on Valentine's Day. I know it's, like, stupid, but, like...
It made you feel better?
Well, no, it was more like... I don't know, it looked like feeling the love. There were so many balloons in Fred Meyer. I was like, oh, my God. Love bombed every time I walked in there. And I was like, ooh, he would be pretty jazzed. Because I've been buying, basically... exclusively health food for the last couple months, so I was like I know he wants some candy, so I went and got some heart-shaped shit and it was good.
Listen, I love Valentine's Day because I love hyperfemme, I love hearts, I love sparklies, I love pink, like I love glitter, I love all of the shit like a 12-year-old girl would be totally into. Honestly, same.
I mean, okay, answer my question. Did Dan get you anything did you guys do anything fun for Valentine's Day?
When I came home, there was an orchid with sticky notes around it, the base of it, a joint, and then he got a gluten-free pizza.
Wow.
And then we started,
That's precious.
Yeah, it was precious.
That's really cute.
Yeah. And that's Dan being like, I love you. That was him. That's an effort for Dan.
That's a good effort.
Yeah.
I like that effort.
Yeah.
Okay, the reason I asked is because this is a true story. I didn't tell this already on the air, did I?
I don't know.
When I was in the candy aisle for Valentine's Day, and I was like looking at all the different candies. I think it made a comment to this dude who was like in the aisle with me, and he's like, I was like something about, I was like these, they don't like the candy inside these. That kind of sucks. Like, how come they don't just put like good candy in these things? And I was like looking for my candy, and he's like, Like, he said something to the effect of like, yeah, well, as long as she sucks my dick afterwards. It's like, my God. I was like, yeah, wow, really expressing our love here. And then I also couldn't tell if under his breath he was muttering gay, gay, gay. And then I was like, is he talking about me? And I was like, no, he's probably just talking about like looking at all this like heart-shaped pink shit, going like, wow, this is so gay. And I'm like,
Yeah, that's why I like it.
I just thought like, something tells me this relationship is not gonna last. But yeah, I didn't tell you about Valentine's Day Candy Boy.
No,
He was ugly too, so she probably didn't suck his dick. If I'm
no.
being honest.
And let's be real. You're lucky you found someone that will even look at you,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Maybe
he was trash.
Maybe
He
be
was trash.
slightly more respectful about the woman who puts her dick in your mouth.
Well, but
Or
and
the
the
other
reason
way
I
around.
asked that was like, is that like what most people like when they're like men are, because you just see like on the 14th, you see men like frantically grabbing something from that aisle and like going to check out. Are they like thinking, A, I'm doing this to get laid? Or are they doing it because B, they're like, oh, it's just that compulsory gift and my girlfriend really needs me to do this because if I don't get my girlfriend something on Valentine's Day, she'll be upset. If I don't get Austin anything on Valentine's Day, I genuinely think he would not be upset. I think he wouldn't care. Tech Daddy? Would not care. Feeling is mutual. Would not care. If he got me something, I would love it. I'd be like, aw, you sweet baby. But like, again, if he didn't, would not, there'd be no void.
I expect some sort of note. That's all I expect. Like, I don't expect flowers or chocolates or balloons or like a present. But if you don't even write me like a little fucking note, I'm pissed. And yeah, I'm not going to suck your dick.
Real.
There, I said it.
Touche.
Like, show me like a little bit of appreciation, you know?
Yeah. That's
Acknowledge that I am a wonderful cat mom and a wonderful wife. And that I fucking cook up some heat in the kitchen.
That's true.
A bitch can cook, let me tell you.
But every once in a while, I'll just like, I don't know, be oot and a boot, and I'll
Oot and a boot.
oot and a boot, and I'll see some like random pair of earrings that reminds me of a random friend, and I will buy those earrings and I will give it to them on a Tuesday.
Just
That's
because
how I
gifts.
give gifts. Yeah.
Just because gifts mean so much more because it's truly, hey, I was at the store. I saw this thing. You popped into my brain. That is such a big compliment.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you were thinking about me?
Oh, one of my friends, my friend Roger, said to me when we were on the bench at our hockey game, he's like, you went on vacation? He's like, oh, I got you something. I was like, what? You got me something? And I was like, that is so sweet.
So sweet.
Love that man.
Love you, Roger. You're wonderful.
He is.
Yeah, quality time, binging a new show together. And that's also what we did on Valentine's Day. He's like, I want to find a new show to binge. And it can't be garbage. He's like,
fair.
He's like, I want a real show that we really get into.
What did y'all pick?
Breaking Bad.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah, we are almost done. We have like
and you started on February 14th?
Yeah,
How many seasons? Like 5 seasons.
Yeah, and they're 45 minutes to an hour long.
Oh my God.
It is the 27th, so
Jeez.
that is
15 days basically.
Yeah, and we both have full-time jobs, so we haven't been sleeping much.
Jeez, that is funny.
You know what? Fuck it.
That's a great show, though.
It is phenomenal.
Where are you in last season?
No, we are almost to the start of season 4. I think we're on like episode 13.
So does it make you want to do math or start a math lab?
Neither.
Okay.
Neither. I am so stressed out. Every episode, I am stressed. It is a wild program.
You don't watch like a bunch of shows like that, I feel like. But I'm glad. That's cool.
No. I don't like being stressed out when I watch TV.
That's fair.
I don't like being anxious. I don't need help with any of those emotions. I do enough of that up here. So that's why I like to watch bubblegum garbage all the time and listen to unts, happy jazz, flutes, piano, I like to live in this little world that I've curated for myself where everything is happy and I'm happy. I go to the gym and I go to my job and I put on my little Barbie workout outfits and I just go like this because
Effective.
I've tried the other way and I was Les Miserables. So now I go, okay, I have to curate my life if I would like to continue living in this celestial plane. So here we are.
Here we are.
Zoloft and horse blinders. It's the way. It is the way.
What do we got next?
Okay, so now let's consider our neurodivergent love languages. They look a little different. And I mean, this is someone with autism, ADHD, something in between. We all express our love in different ways. And sensory processing was the biggest one that kept coming up. And neurodivergent individuals might have specific sensitivities or preferences when it comes to touch, making physical touch a love language that's a lot more nuanced, and may find comfort in specific textures or routines that cater to their sensory needs. Is that relatable to you?
Totally, actually. If I just thought about this today, I was eating and Austin was like trying to be cute and put his arm around me, and it was cute. But I was like, literally, stop touching me right now. I'm fucking eating. What are you doing? If I'm
giving
like,
dog.
Yeah, kind of. A little bit. I was like, my fucking sandwich. No, and it was just like, I was just like annoyed by it, but I knew it was because I was eating.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm doing something. I can't, like, he will, if you are, especially for an ADHD person, if I'm fucking zoned in and you try and like cutesy touch, like, it's fine, like I can be touched, but if that touch then becomes like pay attention to me touching, then like it starts to really irk me.
When I am upstairs in the middle of like either an unboxing or like trying on a series of outfits that I have just procured, etc., and he goes, babe, come here, and he wants me to go downstairs, I don't care if it's because the cat just learned how to do a cartwheel. I'm so...
I don't know, you'd be pretty jazzed if it did.
I would be, but you have to tell me that. I need the reference point because I'm just going to be like, what the fuck do you want? Like, I am in the auto zone right now, sir. Like, I am hyperfixated. I'm on a mission. Or if I'm in the middle of like cleaning out like one specific drawer, or if he just shaved or like trimmed and then he kisses me and it's like the razor blade stage. I am not very appreciative of those kisses because they hurt really bad. It's like little razor blades. I'm sad because it hurts my face. Or like cuddling on the couch because my neck can never get comfortable. I can't. That's why I just want like foot.
Fair. Yeah. I also, this might be too much information for our listeners, but like, I really like to sleep with underwear on. I don't like going full commando because, I don't know, like, it gets sweaty and I can't sleep with that. I love wearing clothes when I sleep. I actually really enjoy it. That's a very sensory thing for me, I suppose. But yeah, like when I'm actually sleeping, I will often be like either fully clothed or I have to be like wearing underwear or something. Not socks. I'm not psychotic, but socks cannot wear socks to sleep. That would be Judas.
My ideal sleeping situation is just sweatpants.
Yeah, I can go
like
topless.
like a dude, just sweatpants. Because I feel like I heat regulate properly that way, and night sweats are definitely a side effect of the Zoloft, and have been experiencing that for the whole time I've been on it since 13. Which is a long time away from today. And yeah, so it's nice to like wear pants, but not a shirt, so I don't sweat.
I feel that. I also like if I'm gonna actually sit down to watch TV, like if TV is my primary activity.
Your job is TV.
My job is TV. My job is beach. No, I need a blankie.
So does Dan. If Dan sits on the couch, he needs a blankie.
Yeah.
Imperative.
Yes. It's importante.
Yeah.
Gotta get my feetsies all bundled up. I need my legs up. Legs up curly.
Legs up curly, yep.
Um,
Always on the coffee table. Or I like to shove myself in between the cushions like a cat.
yeah, I'm a big fan of putting 2 feet between the crack of his seat.
Yeah, I love like burrowing
Yeah.
like a little groundhog.
Yeah. Throwback to our Groundhog
Day
episode.
That was funny as fuck. All right, next one. Communication styles are also like a crucial role because a lot of neurodivergent individuals might express love in ways that align with their unique communication preferences, which may differ from more traditional verbal expressions. Like for me, I want to be told exactly, like in the moment, if I upset you, tell me right then and there because I have the hardest time racking my brain. Like, and then you have to give me examples and like tell me what I did right in the moment so I don't have to then shame spiral about anything that I could have said in the past that might have upset you if you're trying to make me use like fucking context clues. Like this is not a game of where in the world is Carmen Sandiego. Like tell me what I actually did wrong. We're adults.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be nice. That way we can
Yeah.
not do it again or...
And yeah, that way, if you would like me to not repeat a behavior, call it out in the moment so I can make a mental note and then I won't fucking repeat the behavior.
Yeah.
I know that's not everyone's brand.
It's not always easy. And it's also hard to like do in public, I feel like, at times.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, figure out a way.
Yeah.
But this is mainly about Dan, which he has done. Because
I feel like, oh yeah.
I need to be called out.
Yeah. Well, I think learning how to deliver that is truly an art form as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Austin and I have gotten a lot better at that. It's like, if you're frustrated with something your partner's doing, really trying not to like sound frustrated. Like, it's okay. Like, and now I think I've started to get, there's a difference between like frustrated and like rude or angry. And like, you know, whenever, because if I get anger or like really like just really sharp sent my way in terms of verbal, that's a big like I'll start to shut down.
Yeah.
Because especially for us words of affirmation girlies, like if you give us the opposite of that, it's like a slap in the face. Like it's super...
Yeah, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah, and like, but I'm also not gonna hear what you want me to hear from that. So like I need you to say calmly and like almost in a positive way, like saying like, hey, you know, you left the stove on again, like, or whatever. But just like that's not even a great example because like I do dumb shit like that and that is frustrating and I shouldn't do that kind of shit.
Dan left the door unlocked yesterday.
Right, but it's like, you know, there are times where I'll do something and, you know, it's not like a super big deal, but like if somebody wants to get really upset at me for it, then I'm like, okay, well, you're overreacting and now you're being mean. So I don't like this. But if you can just calmly deliver that message to me, I'll be like, oh my God, yeah, my B. I'm sorry. I'll try not to do that again or whatever.
Yeah.
But like learning how to communicate with someone, especially someone who really high on their love language list, is like positive reinforcement, words of affirmation. You really need to deliver criticism in a way that isn't attacking them.
Yeah, a compliment sandwich is a great way to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say a positive thing, deliver the negative, end it with another positive thing. Compliment sandwich. And
provide, like, I think what you're saying, examples and almost, I don't want to say instruction, but like instruction. Like, here's how we can come up with a solution here.
Yeah, because you need conflict resolution or else you're just going to keep fucking spinning around on the goddamn hamster wheel. And that is not what anybody wants in their romantic or personal relations. Nobody wants that. Anyway, next category is routine and predictability. Because a lot of us find comfort in routines and expressions of love that align with predictability, which can make it particularly meaningful. And incorporating love into established routines becomes a vital way of connecting. Like for me, the first thing I do every Monday morning is change the sheets. So if Dan comes into the room after his second cup of coffee, because he gets up before me always, and starts helping me strip the bed, it just makes me feel supported. Or like help me put the comforter on because I am too small of a little lady to do that by myself. I need help from a big, strong man. I'm just a girl. What about you? Is there like a routine or like predictability thing that Austin does that you're like, you see me?
So we're getting better at that. I think, I don't know if this is a good example of it, but like, yeah, I don't know if this is a great example or what this means, but like understanding the flow of the dishes, right? If the dishwasher do not get unloaded, then you have the sink which begins to back up, which means even though I want to make more food, I'm gonna make a bigger mess, like blah 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 blah. So like, you know, our whole thing, which we can have a whole podcast episode about this because I have my strong feelings, but here's where we are and this is what we do. David basically cooks almost all the food, and then Austin does basically all the dishes. David does make quite a few dishes, so this is a task. I understand that.
Because you're not a clean as you go girly.
I am not. It's not how I operate. But so our understanding as a couple is that along with, you know, doing the making of the food and then cleaning like the counters afterwards, I also have to unload the dishwasher. Yeah. But if I've made like 5-6 meals in a row or whatever, and I'm also doing all the like cleaning up the things, and if he hasn't been like helping out with that, and he's just letting the dishes pile up, I will turn around and be like, yo, it takes 5 minutes to unload it. Just unload it. Just take that one away from me, you know? Like,
do you say it like that?
I probably have. But like, no, but that I think happened a couple weeks ago. It hasn't really come up since, but it's like but I noticed that, and I think I talked to him about it afterwards, but I was like, it's just like when that balance of I've been doing a lot, and it's like, it doesn't
feel reciprocated.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel reciprocated. That's when it's like, hey, you know, maybe take on that one little extra responsibility so that the whole process can move smoother. I'm not saying that's like always his responsibility, always my responsibility, but like understanding when, you know, because it's not, I don't want to say it's like if you do this, I'll do this. But if you have those things that you regularly do, doing one of the things that your partner kind of is expected to do, but taking that off of their plate can really help alleviate, you know, it feels like, wow, you're going out of your way to like help me here. And I think that's really appreciated. So I don't know if that really answered your question, but that was what I related to.
Works for me. And then the last one was shared engagement in special interests holds huge significance to neurodivergent people. So like for me, if Dan wants to go to a show with me, amazing. Especially the fact that he made it out for your show, your first ever show at Q, meant, I think, as much as it did to you as it did to me. Like, that was a really big deal.
It was cute. It was. I was like, oh, Dandy.
And he invited his friends.
Yeah, you did.
Precious.
It was cute.
Or
he
like,
had fun too. He looked like he genuinely enjoyed himself.
He did have a really good time. Or like if he says a hair term that he remembers me saying and he uses it like correctly in a sentence. Love that.
What category is this? What is it? What is the
shared engagement and special interests?
Ooh, yeah, sure. Yeah. When Austin talks politics.
Or hockey.
Sure. Yeah. He doesn't really talk hockey much, but he'll like send me political or sports videos that I like.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but like that matters. Or if he's like,
or I'll send him Taylor Swift things.
Yeah, we do that for you, and we love you. Yep, he's not here. Sorry. Or if he buys me something that has something to do with a hobby that I'm into, like, look, I bought you a new sports bra. I know you've been really into the long line ones.
One of the best gifts Austin ever got me was my hockey bag. It was literally, I almost cried. It was stupid.
Well, no, because it's like, oh my God, you see me.
It's so useful. I use it all the time. I'm a sucker for a useful gift. I don't need the frilly shit. I don't need flowers. Don't need flowers. I need something that actually I like flowers, but that I can actually
I like
use.
plants.
Use and like actually do something with, or that I lost my water bottle and I got a new one, like something that actually provides my life with value.
That's the thing. The older you get, the more you want practical
practical
gifts.
yeah
You want practical gifts. I will never forget, I was like 21. I was far too young to be into this type of shit, but my sister's like, what do you want for your birthday? I was like, I want a lint lizard. And she was like, what the fuck is a lint lizard? I was like, do you not ever watch as seen on TV, like those infomercial shits? So it's like an attachment that you put on your vacuum cleaner so you can shove it into the vent hole on your washing or your dryer, and you can get all the lint out of it.
What a specific thing.
Well, because we were living at an old fucking apartment at the time, and I was like, this has probably never been done. I'm terrified.
Reminds me of that
a dryer fire.
Yeah. Reminds me of that Orbit commercial where she's like, you lint liquor.
Lint liquor, yes. So I wanted a lint lizard, and she bought it for me, and I was so fucking jazzed. Or the year Dan got me a vacuum cleaner. I was gonna say, Christmas.
We do need a new vacuum cleaner.
Ooh, I have a whole.
That would be a sexy gift we could give
I have a whole
ourselves.
List of suggestions. Because I, as I've stated before, am a Consumer Reports girly. I pay for that every year, and it's great because you can compare and contrast all different appliances. Sponsor me, us, please.
We.
Oh, we. And also, I want to know, just like a bonus question, like, what do you define intimacy as?
I think it's that subtle understanding between two people that like is unspoken. I think that's super intimate. When you can just look at someone and they didn't have to say a single thing. You just know exactly what they want, what they're thinking, and whether or not what they really are thinking. I think that's really intimate to me, at least one form of intimacy.
Yeah, in different words, what I was going to say was just to be seen by somebody else. And that's, I mean, exactly what you just described.
Similar but different, I think.
Yeah, like just to be like, absolutely, they know what you need. You know what they need. You don't have to say nothing.
That, and when they can tell that, kind of like what we had talked about earlier, how different love cups need different filling at different times, and they can kind of see where you were low and where it needs some watering. That can be really intimate.
Very much so. Obviously, it's important to recognize that all of these love languages are diverse and unique to each individual. There's no one-size-fits-all approach for any human. Embracing this diversity and leaning in fosters richer and more authentic connections with both romantic and platonic relationships alike. And here's the thing, all relationships will benefit from emphasizing the importance of flexibility, understanding, and open communication. But by acknowledging and appreciating these distinctions, we can create a more inclusive and fulfilling connection with our loved ones. Ask the people you love in their life what their love language are, and all of your relationships will flourish. And pretty much that is all for today. So thank y'all for joining us. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a little review. You can check us out and all of our episodes and shop our merch at thecocoshow.com. And until next time, remember that love is a language spoken in many beautiful dialects. Stay curious and keep connecting. As always, we will see you
next Tuesday. Bye!